So, setup-wise, we said, for the most part, in both cases, was pretty good. So that's fine. But your left arm, you can't see from sort of this side, obviously, but you want to see the swing down the line. But from face on, your left arm was sort of a bit bent into your body there. Not your arms weren't hanging down as naturally, okay? Looking a bit sort of tight, a bit cramped up there, okay? As a result, when you went back, your left wrist, as we can see now, doing that bowing.
Which one's that?
That was your before.
Oh, right.
This is your yeah, exactly. This is your before on the left hand side, okay? What you were doing before, okay? Club couldn't go back very far as a result, because obviously if your left wrist does this right elbow's going to go quite high. If we look at your elbows there now, your right elbow's quite high, and it's just very restrictive. Your right shoulder now is going to be like, well, I can't go anywhere, so we'll stop here. And as a result of that, you couldn't get down to the golf ball, and then you try to get lower and lower and lower. When you figured out where the ball was, you hit an okay shot, but look where that ball's going to go. Just straight left, yeah, because the club face now with that sort of bowing of the left wrist is just going to come down and send the ball left. So what we're going to try and do, go through this sort of sequence now with the club. So club out in front of you there, so you're holding the club now across the joint of your fingers there, nice and relaxed there. So your left arm is simply just hanging down from your shoulders, nice and straight. And we put the golf club down there now. Your left arm, although we can't see it from there.
Oh gosh, that's so much better.
Yeah, there you go, look at that. You compare that to that. I mean, look at that wrist. That wrist is actually staying flatter. Okay, there's no curving or bending. And how much further that club's gone as a result. This was a practice swing when you went, okay, which is fine. Yeah. But your real swing, to be fair, was pretty much the same thing again. And as we said, as you go back, you can see your hands there now are in between your torso. Some of the shots you were hitting, the hands were getting sort of a long way back behind you. Yeah. And when you're back there, trying to get the club, it just... You go then start trying to throw in your body over, which kind of came from when you were doing this thing, sort of see yourself sort of dropping forward, trying to throw the arms back in front. As you keep going back here now. Great, that's a really good position to be fair. Their club nice and high. As a result of that now, as the club starts coming back down towards the golf ball, nicely back in front. Good strike of the golf ball. Club face now striking the ball, what we call a square club face, so the ball going this way, not shooting over there. Okay, and then as a result of that twist through, just a nice turn to target, right foot coming on its toe there, whereas this one is kind of a bit of a, don't really want to move there because a bit too cramped up and couldn't move. What were you going to say?
I don't really know what I meant to do at the end.
It just happened, don't think about it.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, I think there are some elements we could discuss. I think the moment now, if we actually think about the golf swing in terms of its time frame, so you're starting at about, we'll say 12:45 in terms of the clock time, you're hitting the golf ball at 13:39, so less than a second. What can you think of really? I think at the moment now it's having a feeling in terms of setup with your arms hanging down. Statically we can think of a couple of things. You can think nice and relaxed, let your arm hang down, grip it in the fingers. You can do and go through that process, but that can take you, we go back to start here now, you're sort of halfway through it there, starting that. It's taken you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, which is fine. Doesn't take, it's not a long, I mean 7 seconds isn't a long time, but it gives you time to go through, okay, get that there, put it there. And what you will find is as you get better at doing it, it'll just become second nature. I think when you first learn to drive a car, get in a car, go right, seatbelt, handbrakes on, okay, foot on the clutch, ignition, neutral, okay, mirror, biting point, up, handbrake down, signal, mirror, and manoeuvre. That takes probably 30 seconds. You get in your car now, and you're gone. There's no thought process of all those things, you just do it, okay, because you're not thinking about doing it. But at the setup, don't be afraid or don't be worried as well. Look, what's he doing? You're just getting yourself set up and it's in some ways just practicing setting up. And once you get better at setting up, you're going to get into that position now with that left arm hanging down, and it's the more natural hang for your left arm to be here rather than up here. Because once she locks in here now, ball's going to go straight left, sort of over here somewhere with a closed club face, and not very high at all. Okay, so once the club goes back better, that position there, I mean, progression from there to there is fab. Now, I'll be honest with you, you're not going to progress from there to there to there to the next one, because there's not much more progression you can make with that backswing. So, but again, we get a bit more speed. I think certainly through the next thing there'll be a bit more movement in terms of through impact. One thing I would say, if we look at this practice swing now, you were set kind of near the golf ball there, weren't you? If we actually just watch when you come, zoom in again. If we watch where that club comes down, that's come back quite a lot closer. So although you've done a pretty good backswing, you've still kind of practiced swinging the club near to your body. Okay? So therefore, when you made your practice swing, it wasn't really an exact replica of what you want to try and do. It wasn't a bad move, but it's bringing it in here. Okay? So when you're making your practice swing, try and make it the same. Basically, you didn't need to move your feet at all. Your feet were there, club was inside the ball. Made your practice swing, brought your arms nearer to you, and then kept your feet there. and then put the golf club down next to the ball. So you've done 3 different positions with the club and the feet haven't moved. So, but that's something you just get better at doing over time, okay? And like I say, you're thinking about your grip, your setup, and that club going back. So focus on those things, okay? Get that club working up in front of you. And again, a good visual. Now, if you look at the golf club here now, if the wall was the edge of the camera there, your club's nowhere near that edge of the wall there. So going up and down on a good angle, okay? This one like a bit further from the wall there, okay? If that club was, plug that one away, okay? If you kept going round there, it's going to bash into that wall because your left was just sort of sending it behind you. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Quite happy with that progression, to be fair, guys. That's very, very big improvement there from start to finish. I get that. Even then, when you saw that, you were kind of shocked yourself
Yeah,
going,
it was.
have I got that?
So
Really?
look
Okay.
at him actually holding it properly there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And, and again, your left arm's not dead straight, but it's straighter. Okay, it hasn't got to be anatomically locked, because then you just lock your arm and get really stiff, okay? Let it nice and relax and hinge up, and then come back down. Ball goes down the middle of the fairway. Good shot. Okay.
Yeah.